The pads are officially on for the New York Jets at training camp. Day number 5 of camp has wrapped up, and in this video, I will share everything you need to know, my biggest takeaways from practice. As you guys can tell, I'm not in my home studio. I was not at practice today. I am away celebrating my girlfriend's birthday today out all the way east on Long Island in Greenport, New York. If you know about Greenport, it's a very fantastic area, and we are here right on the Sound, the Long Island Sound, which is a great time. But I had to make a video right here, even though I'm not home for these next few days. That's why I was not live streaming this morning. I will not be live streaming tomorrow either, but I'll be back home in the studio live streaming. But of course, I still had to make this video because the Jets are at practice. And the pads are on. That's when real football begins. And the emphasis of practice today was physicality, all right? All the Jets beat reporters are talking about like this is the most old school style football they've ever covered being part of the Jets beat. Aaron Glenn is changing everything with this New York Jets team. A lot of excitement with the squad. We also have great news that Justin Fields is back 100% participating in 11 on 11, which is huge news. He was back at practice on Saturday doing 7 on 7, but now he's a full go. And I was not there today, but I will be there Thursday and Saturday, and that's going to be my first time seeing the pads go on. So there's a lot of takeaways I want to provide here in this video. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to Jets Media, and comment your thoughts of your biggest takeaways from training camp today, because the Jets beat that are there, they're doing a tremendous job covering this football team, and I'm excited to share all the tweets you need to know about what happened at One Jets Drive this morning at practice. All right, so let's get straight into business. The emphasis of today's practice was physicality, because when the pads go on, that's when everything levels up. Now, if you guys watched my recap video from Saturday, Aaron Glenn introduced a drill that no one really saw with the New York Jets, the Oklahoma drill, an old school tackling drill. And I did that drill when I played football, you know, back in the Pee-wee days when I was growing up. And that was my favorite personal drill when I was playing football. And I think that when you see what Aaron Glenn is implementing here, it's awesome. And here's a video of Garrett Wilson in this drill completely juking out, I think it was Monroe, out of his shoes. I mean, good luck trying to tackle Garrett Wilson in the open field. When I saw this drill happen on Saturday, it was a two-hand touch drill because they did not have any pads. Well, now it's full go, 100% tackling. And here's Robbie Sable's tweet about this. Open field tackling again today. And yes, this is indeed a 100% live drill, full tackling, a unicorn event at the NFL level, folks. That's why I'm saying this is old school style football. You don't really see this type of drill at the NFL level. It's usually in like high school and college, but when you get to the NFL, that's not really something these professionals do. But Aaron Glenn is really going old school football, really trying to instill physicality's mindset. And like I said in Saturday's video, this is a spacious league, according to Aaron Glenn. This is an opportunity for the Jets to figure out how to tackle in the open field, and on the offensive side of the ball, make people miss in the open field, which is really exciting to see. Garrett Wilson just juked someone out, and I'm really excited to see this drill in person when I'm up there in close and personal. Now, Harrison Glazer is a great follow on X. Make sure you guys go give him a follow. He sent this post out today. The Jets are doing live tackling drills and pass rush blocking drills at practice today. Here was Brian Kaz's quote. I can't remember the last time I saw a Jets practice with this much real football. Very important to note that. And this is what Zach Rosenblatt said. The most physical practice I've covered in years. Love it. And then Rich Cimini says, a physical practice, football the way it ought to be. The Aaron Glenn effect. So this is quotes from 3 of the Jets beat reporters that Harrison put all into one tweet. And it really goes to show you the shift of this New York Jets football team. If you went to training camp during the Todd Bowles era, during the Adam Gase era, during the Robert Saleh era, we did not see anything like this. And this is something that should excite you if you're a Jets fan, because we need to go back to the old school football way. And Aaron Glenn is a Bill Parcells guy. And the cool thing about that drill that we're talking about, the Oklahoma drill, they did it in Detroit. So you got to give Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions a lot of credit, because he's coming from the Detroit Lions, who is absolutely a team that we want to become, the Lions. And shout out to all the Lions fans that are watching the channel now. My last Aaron Glenn video I posted yesterday, I'm seeing a lot of Lions fans now showing some love on the channel. Welcome to Jets Media. If you're a Lions fan, we'd love to have you come on board and support the New York Jets with Aaron Glenn at the helm, because Jets fans are loving everything about Aaron Glenn thus far. But I think that his mindset that he brought to Detroit, and now that he's bringing to the Jets from a head coaching standpoint, we are seeing it on full display. So the physicality is a point of emphasis for this Jets football team. And even at the wide receiver position, Tyler Johnson, the Jets free agent wide receiver, he spoke to the media today, and he said that physicality is a point of emphasis in the wide receiver room, not just blocking, but breaking tackles, running through defenders, right? Trying to make them miss in the open field. So it's really cool to see that hard-nosed mindset really trying to be instilled in this Jets football team from Aaron Glenn, of course. So really cool to see that. And there's a lot of cool things to talk about as well when it comes to Justin Fields, right? Justin Fields, apparently, he's building really good chemistry with Mason Taylor. He hit him up the middle for a huge game, according to Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic, who was at practice today. And you can tell when I was at practice, Mason Taylor is the number one tight end. They're not doing a competition. They're not making, Taylor fight his way up. No, he's the starting tight end. He's going to get a lot of looks. And I think he's going to be second on this team in receiving yards and touchdowns behind Garrett Wilson. That's my bold take. I don't think it's that bold. But you look at the receivers, you look at the tight ends in the running back room, Garrett Wilson's going to lead the Jets in all the categories, but I think Mason Taylor is going to emerge as a go-to weapon for Justin Fields, a red zone threat, go-to guy that's reliable on third down. I have a lot of expectations for the rookie right out of the gate of Mason Taylor, so cool to see him continue his good camp early on. Now, speaking of the tight ends, Jeremy Ruckert, he had a false start today, and this is interesting to talk about, right? Now, we're not going to highlight a false start and now all of a sudden Jeremy Ruckert stinks, get him off the field. But the reason why we're talking about this is the accountability that Aaron Glenn is showing. He pulled Jeremy Ruckert off the field after the false start penalty. And the reason why this is a point of emphasis right here is because last few years with Saleh, we did not have officials at practice unless it was joint practice. So if there was a false start at practice, no one really would know besides the coaching staff. There's no sense of discipline and accountability. Now with the officials there, right, you get the flag. Now everyone knows, well, Ruckert just got a false start. That's 5 yards. Get off the field. Like, that's unacceptable. And this is a really big point of emphasis of Aaron Glenn's Jets, is to nip these types of penalties that are very avoidable, like false start. Pre-snap penalties was a nightmare for the Jets the last 3 years. So Aaron Glenn having the refs there and pulling off Ruckert off the field after that penalty is definitely something that we have to highlight here, because Aaron Glenn is not messing around, and it's really, really cool to see that right there. Now, another player who had a big play is rookie Malachi Moore. The safety had a big hit on Xavier Gipson. I cannot wait to see a video of this to come out. There's no video yet, but now with the pads on, we're seeing a lot of pops, and hopefully, there's no injuries to be worried about. But Malachi Moore is a rookie I'm really excited about, because I think that he's going to fight for that starting job of Tony Adams as the season goes on. The Jets can utilize him in certain packages, even if he's not a starter. Really big fan of Malachi Moore. I'm excited to see what he looks like as a rookie. So cool to see him have a big-time hit. Here is a video that the Jets did post. This was Isaiah Oliver making a good play on the ball on Arian Smith. Now, I know what you're going to say right away when you see this clip. Oh, Arian Smith, he can't catch. He stinks. Well, this is a great play by Isaiah Oliver, and obviously this is one of those plays that you want Arian Smith to attack the ball a little bit more, protect it, and try to cash that and hold on to the ball. But Isaiah Oliver is a very intriguing piece of the secondary that a lot of people are forgetting about, wearing a new number this year, 26, and he's going to be that nickel type of hybrid player that I think the Jets are going to get on the field in certain looks. Michael Carter II, he's the starter at the nickel spot, but Oliver is going to be playing some safety, some nickel, some outside. He's a Swiss Army knife that the Jets wanted to bring back with this new regime. So interesting play there from Isaiah Oliver. But outside of that, man, that's really all I have for you guys. The open tackling drill, the physicality is a point of emphasis, and the fact that all the Jets beat reporters are coming away from today's practice all looking at each other like, wow, that's real football. We have not seen a practice like that since we started covering the Jets. So that's the old school Jets team that we're trying to recreate the Bill Parcells way. Right? If you're a Jets fan and you watched the Jets in the 90s, I was born in 1998, so I did not get to witness that effect of the Jets winning one game with Rich Kotite and then Bill Parcells coming in, changing everything with Aaron Glenn as the starting cornerback. That's what Aaron Glenn is trying to do in his own way right here, and it's cool to see these subtle shifts of this Jets football team right here at training camp. The pads are on, so that's when everything levels up as a Jets team. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, folks, about this. And I'm sorry again that I'm not home. I don't have perfect, studio quality here, but I'm doing as best as I can. I will be back home Tuesday evening, and then we'll be live every day talking about practice during it. I'll be at practice Thursday. I'll be at practice Saturday, and then hopefully at practice as much as humanly possible, because I love being there with my own eyes, because that's different when you get to actually evaluate it with your own eyes and you don't have to rely on the beat to tell us what's going on. I like to formulate my own opinions when I'm there. So if you you stayed all the way to the end of the video, folks, comment a plain emoji. Love to see who stays all the way to the end. And feel free to comment your thoughts and your biggest takeaways. Jets fans really do appreciate, and Lions fans and any NFL fan that watch the channel, appreciate you tuning in to this video. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. And let's go Jets. Peace out.